This video is partnered by Mint Mobile. Hey guys, before we dive into the video, there's something special I want to share with you. Like many of you, I've been trying to cut back on expenses lately, but let's be real. It's tough when you got things to do and you don't want to give them up. But sometimes you have to make those sacrifices to pay your phone bill and satisfy the big tech companies. That was until I discovered Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless services starting as low as $15 a month. With Mint Mobile, you can get high-speed data plus unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. The best part? You get to keep your phone and even the phone number. Now, if you do want to purchase your own phone, they do have phones available on the website, which you can get through the link. The internet service is reliably fast. It's so seamless, I put it up there with any other network on the market. Now, some of you might think switching to a new service is a hassle. Let me reassure you, this is only gonna take you 15 minutes to set up. You could literally do it right now from your phone. No need to leave your house or contact anybody.
And if your device does not support eSIM, then Mint Mobile will personally ship you a physical SIM card.
So if you're like me and you want to save a little bit of money without sacrificing anything, use the link trymintmobile.com/justAlex and start your wireless plan today as low as $15 a month. Don't lose out on this opportunity. Start saving money by switching to Mint Mobile today.
Login complete. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Good things come for those who wait. If you are someone that's been disgruntled by the quality of television we've gotten with WWE over the last month plus, following WrestleMania, the drought is over. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alyx's world, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx. Smackdown was live in Chicago. Allstate Arena sold out. 15,000 plus, if I'm not mistaken. This crowd was hot from beginning to end. This show was hot from beginning to end. We have officially entered SummerSlam season, and I'm here for it. Yes, we got Money in the Bank coming up in 2 weeks from this Saturday, from tomorrow? I'm already looking forward to SummerSlam because the pieces are in place. The characters are starting to fall into their positions. The stories are heating up. Ladies and gentlemen, things are back to normal for the WWE. Listen, when it comes to SmackDown tonight, I'll admit that unfortunately I wasn't able to catch the matches. I've only been able to watch right now, as I'm making this video, the major segments. I've seen the results. I know who wins. I know who's going to Money in the Bank for the men and the women. We'll cover those. But for the most part, I'm just here to cover the stories. I'm just here to cover the big things that happened. We all knew when CM Punk showed up in Chicago, there's a certain Scottish psychopath waiting in the wings. And he showed up to deliver his dirty deeds. We'll talk about that first before we get into the debut. Finally, the debut of that crazy Samoan. Jacob FATU, someone you don't want to mess with. I've been calling for him to debut for a long time, for months now. Since this new bloodline started, I was looking out for him. We got Tama Tonga, sweet. We got Tonga Loa, awesome. Where Jacob at? Where he at? They made us wait for him. Here he is. Finally, he's arrived. And I don't think he's the only Samoan we're going to see heading into SummerSlam. If I'm not mistaken, if Solo Sikoa ends up fighting Cody Rhodes for that world championship, I'm thinking there might be a good chance he wins the belt. But we'll get to that later on in the video. We'll talk about many other things about this episode that I really enjoyed. This was one of those shows that made you sit up and go, okay, things are back to normal. A lot of things are happening. You can't blink for a second. Otherwise, you'll miss it. Great episode. Loved it from what I've seen. I'm pretty sure the wrestling was good as well. But we're here to talk about the stories, the plot lines, everything that happened that people want me to talk about. So before we get into any of that, you know we gotta pay the bills, so let's pay them quickly. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads, and give me a follow on TikTok. For I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, VENMO, and yes, Super Chats are officially on you. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. To get your thoughts played live on the air, email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America, the remix. This t-shirt is going out of style. Get it now for a limited time before it's off the shelf. Thank you guys so much for being here. You ready? CM Punk. CM Punk was live in Chicago. He opened the show with good news. We were apparently told he missed Monday to get checked by doctors. And so we were assuming, okay, we're going to show up on Friday to find out that Punk is cleared to wrestle. Now, it was mentioned that he will soon be cleared to wrestle. It wasn't outright stated that he was cleared. They did that on purpose. Punk, before he can make the announcement, is interrupted by Paul Heyman. Ladies and gentlemen, huge pop. Huge pop in Chicago for Paul Heyman. And to see those two inside the ring, to see Paul get in there and hug Punk, oh, nostalgia. They had an excellent run together in, 2012 to about 2013? Legendary pairing. And so, seeing those two inside the ring interact with each other, great chemistry and all. When Paul Heyman started begging CM Punk to leave, to watch out for Solo Sikoa, the Bloodline, and of all people, the Wyatt Six, he then begged CM Punk, after he does him a favor, which is to leave, to take him with him. Paul is like a child being held hostage. Save me, CM Punk, from this crazy lunatic, this mob boss who's hijacked the Bloodline from your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Crowds chanting for Roman. We want Roman. Paul Heyman is single-handedly selling this storyline. He is getting Solo over, well, the group over, as just savages, just hungry, bloodthirsty, evil sons of bitches who should be locked up in jail. Trying to really showcase how different this bloodline is from the other bloodline. Although Roman, Jay, Jimmy, they had their faults. They were not good people. They were honorable. These savages are not honorable. And so Paul Heyman is trying to communicate that to people, that whatever Solo has planned, everybody is not safe. Nobody is safe, as we will see later on. But we're still talking about CM Punk. Cody Rhodes comes out to help CM Punk when Solo brings out his posse to attack Punk. Punk and Cody hold bats, run them off. And you're thinking, okay, that's the last time we'll see CM Punk. No! We go backstage not too long after that segment. And I think this is when Gargano, Ciampa, and Grayson Waller are talking. And they talk about how Grayson Waller is using Austin Theory. Sure, not like he's helping Austin Theory or anything like that, because, Austin Theory has tons of charisma. That doesn't matter. the garage door behind them goes bang, bang, bang. And the camera zooms in on the garage. The garage opens up. We see a bloody CM Punk. Blood everywhere, on his face, on his body, laying on the ground. And then we see a silhouette appear behind him. As the garage door lifts up, we close in. It's Drew McIntyre. Chicago loses their minds. Boos the living piss out of him. Drew picks him up, knocks him down again to get a little extra shot, and then deadlifts him on his shoulder, and then walks him straight to the ring. No security. He walks through Gorilla. No security. Gets on stage. No security. What the hell is... Who's running this ship? Really? That man walked through so much of that arena to not be stopped by anybody? At least have someone try to stop him and then they fail. But he gets on stage and he just drops CM Punk. Just straight up drops him. And then he falls on his knees, just like when Punk does his clobber in time. Reaches back, grabs CM Punk's love bracelet, holding the names AJ, Hart, Larry. AJ Lee, his wife, and his dog Larry, took the bracelet, put it in his pocket, and then walked away as paramedics came in and stretchered CM Punk out. Perfect! Exactly how it should be. Hey, karma comes from all places, anytime, anywhere, and it comes for everybody. Punk had it coming when he screwed Drew McIntyre once again in his home country. You already knew that Drew could not pass up the chance to do the same thing to him in his hometown. Wonderful. This was perfectly done. CM Punk came to SmackDown to deliver good news, is leaving with bad news. We thought he would be cleared. It's looking like that's been snuffed out and he might be out a little bit longer. Or so they say. This is one of those cases where if you were watching Dragon Ball Z, you hear the narrator go, "Is CM Punk done? Did Drew McIntyre snuff out his hopes to one day wrestle again? Find out next time on Dragon Ball WWE. Dun 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 dun." Perfect feud. Where we go from here? We'll find out on Monday because Drew McIntyre will be there. I have a sneaking suspicion, so will CM Punk. We're just getting started. This is going to be a long, bloody feud. If it was up to me, their first match should be unsanctioned. Punk's not cleared. Drew's not hired, so he can't officially have a match. Punk can't officially have a match, so their first match at SummerSlam should be unsanctioned. Please, for the love of God. It's gotta be unsanctioned. Let them tear each other apart, and the best way to win is to leave one just lying. I can't wait for it. I can't wait. Well, that match is going to be amazing. Hopefully, it is unsanctioned, because it should be. Let's talk about the winners of the Money in the Bank contract matches. So we had 3 triple threat matches, 2 for the men, 1 for the women. Chelsea Green wins her match, an upset win, basically pinning Mia Yim after Bianca Belair hits the KOD. So Chelsea Green is entering the briefcase match, and Bianca's not. Wow, just thought about that. Interesting call. I will say this, I popped when Chelsea won, and so did Chicago. Chelsea is an amazing talent. She deserves to have this spot. You know who else deserves to have their spot? Carmelo Hayes. Him pinned Randy Orton in their triple threat match. Carmelo, Randy, and if I'm not mistaken, that third one was Tama Tonga, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't matter. Randy Orton got rolled up and pinned by him. Melo in the Bank is heading to Money in the Bank. Can he win the briefcase? I don't know. We'll have to see. He's not my pick for the men, but he could. It'd be nice. And then finally, because of there being 3, there had to be one more. Andrade El Idolo wins his triple threat match, pinning Grayson Waller. Unfortunately, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens failed to win their matches. But man, this is a fresh lineup. Jey Uso, Andrade El Idolo, and then of course, Carmelo Hayes. I'm already kind of excited for this. This is already a stacked Money in the Bank for the men. For the women, we'll have to see. I'm hoping Tiffany Stratton wins her match next week. That means Jade Cargill and Bianca will not be competing in Money in the Bank, which is probably for the best, at least for Jade. They should go after them tag team titles again. They might be setting up a breakup between the two. Nah, it's too soon. That's a WrestleMania match. We'll have to see about that one. One other thing we'll talk about is LA Knight. LA Knight, yeah. Tried to call out Logan Paul. Logan said, nah. Didn't show up at first. But you know who did show up? Santos Escobar. Got his ass dropped on his face before Logan Paul sneak attacked LA Knight and then walked away after knocking his ass out. This guy. Next week, Logan Paul, LA Knight, yeah, and Santos Escobar will be fighting for a shot or a spot at Money in the Bank. We'll have to see who wins that one. Probably Santos Escobar, LA Knight, and Logan Paul will take each other out. And I'm assuming we're going to be building to their match for SummerSlam, not Money in the Bank. Not Money in the Bank. They did talk about the Wyatt Six, so we'll definitely have a lot more to say about that. I'm assuming on Monday, especially since Chad Gable was attacked and he's apparently going to be there Monday. I have a feeling he's not safe. Poor Chad Gable. Finally, we'll talk about Mr. Jacob Fatu. So the main event was Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes. I knew from Jump Street there was going to be interference. It didn't last long at all. It went 3 minutes. Ding, ding, ding. Here comes Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. They attack Cody. Here comes Kevin. Here comes Randy. They wipe out the Gorillas. Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Then Gorillas of Destiny get wiped out. And it's just Solo inside the ring. As soon as I saw that, and you see him cowering, oh, brother, no, brother, to the corner as Cody, Randy, and Kevin close in on him. And then he stops, puts his hand down, and then he starts laughing, cackling. And then out of nowhere, boom! Super kick by Jacob Fatu. Boom! Super kick by Jacob Fatu. Kevin Owens tries to super kick Jacob. Jacob no-sells it. And then clotheslines his ass. Love it. Crowd loses their minds as soon as they saw Jacob Fatu. And then Jacob Fatu proceeds to kick everybody's ass. Takes out Kevin Owens with a Samoan drop on some steel steps. Ooh! Devastating. Spears Randy Orton through the barricade. It didn't break at first, but it looked even more devastating because it didn't break. And then for Cody. Ooh, Cody. Oh no, Cody. Jacob Fatu does a Uranagi on the edge of the apron, the hardest part of the ring, completely takes Cody out cold, lays Cody across the announcer table. Now, I've seen this before, so I knew it was coming, but the other fans were not. They were like, is he gonna jump that big-ass man from all the way inside the ring to that announcer table? He can't do that. I said, you about to be surprised. Long and behold, Jacob Fatu climbs the turnbuckle, scouts his man, measures the distance, and goes flying across the arena and splashes Cody Rhodes through the table. Samoan splash. That shit looked amazing and smooth. Gets inside the ring after wiping out all the top men, Kevin, Randy, Cody, and then throws up that one, signaling that he's also joined the Bloodline. Jacob Fatu finally debuts in an amazing way, and the Bloodline gets a bit more, let's just say, dangerous. Bet you Paul Heyman is wishing he really left now. But unfortunately, Paul can't go nowhere. Because before this segment, Solo Sikoa told Paul Heyman that Roman Reigns is never coming back. He's not coming back. What did he do? What did Solo do? Oh. He might have done something very bad. And I have a feeling we're going to find out what that is very soon. Because if Roman Reigns is coming back as a babyface, he needs a reason to be a babyface. What if that reason is that Solo attacked him? Man. By the way, apparently Hikuleo, I think he's going to be called Tala Longa or something like that. I forgot the name. Tala Tonga, something like that. I'm not too sure what his new name will be, but Hikuleo is coming in from New Japan Pro Wrestling, another member of the Tonga family. Giant of a man. So that's going to be member number 5. And I'm pretty sure when he debuts, it will most likely be in a world title match against Cody. Well, it'll be Solo Sikoa versus Cody, and then he'll debut there to probably help Solo win the world title. And that's what I want to talk about. With the way things are looking, with how much heat he's gotten with the debut of Jacob Fatu, if the idea is to make Solo Sikoa feel like the boss and not be overshadowed by Jacob, which, by the way, is gonna happen. It will happen naturally if they're not careful. The only way to make sure that doesn't happen is for Solo to beat Cody and win the world title. Now, Solo can drop it right back to Cody before or at SummerSlam, if you want that to happen. He doesn't need to hold that belt for long. You can have Roman interfere and cost Solo, if you really think about it. Cody doesn't need to hold the belt for no thousands of days. He can hot potato it. It's okay. If it's best for the story, why not? I'm thinking, if the idea is to make Solo the main bad guy, he has to do something that's worthy of that. Beat Cody Rhodes. Outnumber him. They're used to dealing with, 4 people? Maybe 4 or 5 people in the bloodline? They're not used to dealing with an unlimited amount of people. Solo has connections across the world. Who knows how many other Samoans he has coming in? Who knows? There's so many that he can choose from. I just told you about Jacob Fatu and Hikuleo. I think there are other ones that want to come in as well. This is a huge family tree. This is a huge bloodline. Probably people we've not even seen before or even thought about. So I have a feeling whatever they want to do with Solo's bloodline, we're just getting started. And if you want to establish him, what better way to do it than by having him beat Cody Rhodes? Or, this is just another thought, what if they're not trying to establish Solo, but they're making room for another tribal chief? A certain man who's apparently about to finish shooting for the Smashing Pumpkin, the Smashing Machine, Smashing Pumpkin. Smashing Pumpkin is a rock group, I think. The Smashing Machine, A24. If that's the case, I have a sneaking suspicion, this is just my opinion, that if it's not Solo Sikoa, it's the final boss. Now imagine that. Whoever fights Cody, whether it's Solo or The Rock, I think Cody needs to lose the belt. He can always win it back later. But if you have The Rock take the belt from him at SummerSlam, you set The Rock up to fight Roman at WrestleMania, which needs to be the match. Or you have Solo win the belt, and then Cody just wins it right back anyways. And then you can have The Rock fight Cody at Royal Rumble, and then do Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. Regardless, Rock's winning that belt, just so we're clear. With the way this storyline's going, if you add the final boss to this, instant heat. 2 bloodlines. You gotta do that, right? Roman's coming back very soon. This is about to be July, right? Man, y'all better strap in. Y'all better strap the hell in. This is gonna be crazy. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. But this show was great. And if you aren't excited for SummerSlam, or if you're not excited for Money in the Bank, man, I don't know what to tell you. I hope you guys had a good time watching SmackDown tonight, because I think things are about to pick up a lot with WWE. Raw's going to be hot. SmackDown's going to be hot. I'm excited. I'm a very happy wrestling fan. How do you feel about SmackDown? How do you feel about Jacob Fatu? How do you feel about CM Punk getting his ass whooped by Drew McIntyre? Leave it down below. Looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I gotta get out of here, so I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. As you follow, I'll do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and VENMO. Let me make sure that I covered all of my bases. I think everything is clear. If there was anything else, I'm pretty sure y'all would tell me, and I'll cover it in the next video. How about that? Other than that, love you all. Please take care of yourselves. Always know you are welcome right here in Alyx's World. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. When you're